On today's 6th of Inktober, I ended up rolling the prompt Storm. Now, I could have just been cheeky and just attempted to draw Storm from the X-Men, but even I thought that was a cheap cop-out, seeing the point of this challenge is to step outside of your comfort zone. Therefore, I abandoned that idea and thought of something a little more challenging and creative. And, well, I couldn't really think of anything creative, so I decided on an anime girl in a rainstorm. Now, don't think this was a freebie because it wasn't. Given the angle being side angle, the view I hate drawing the most. Therefore, a challenge was certainly implied, and unfortunately, I can't show much, given I made the girl a nudist. My story behind this one is that she was out picking berries for her village, and while the forecast was sunny weather, Mother Nature decided to say otherwise. I originally wanted to do the trick of centering her chest with her hair, but even with references as a guide, I could not get it right, and I honestly think that's because of the head angle. So I instead censored her thing with a plant leaf, keeping it tasteful and artistic without making it a certain phrase that YouTube hates. The hardest part with this was two things: getting her body shaped right and the physics of her chest to look right. Getting her tatas to look like they were resting naturally against her torso was by far the hardest part, but with some work, I managed to get it right. Now, another challenge, of course, was making her look like she was actually wet from the rain, and to do that right, you must draw the hair correctly. When hair is drenched, it's heavy and carries no volume, but in anime style, hair physics work a little bit differently. Anime hair is much more stiff than real hair, so to make it appear wet is much more tricky. For this angle, I followed the curves of the arms and shoulder with the hair on the side and made her bangs more droopy and flat over her eyes, only allowing the hair to curve where it would curve against the body. Next was the droplets, and I always start at the top part with a longer curved line because that's where the rain not only hits first, but also gathers before slinking down the entire body. I then added water droplets to the hair strands, skin, and even drew one still attached to certain areas like the point of the chin, ends of the hair, elbows, and the underside of the breast. There, I said it. Bite me, YouTube. Anyway, this piece definitely sold the idea I was looking for. A nudist girl in a rainstorm while picking berries, while using the environment as cover for her chest. I'm very pleased with the result of this, and due to far less anatomy being involved, she was by far the quickest completion. So with her done, it was time to rest and move on to the new day, for whatever was to come next.